Hello and welcome back to Exit Corners. Today we're playing chapter 12 called A Cut Above. We should kind of try and guess what all of these titles mean. I said like 2 ideas at the end of the last one, but also right, it could be we're going into a pantry or something like a pantry and there's going to be like a butcher thing and there's going to be meat, and because I cut, right? We're going into a meat shop. That's my new prediction. So in the last chapter, it got a bit weird. I mean, it already got a bit weird in the last chapter, but then this one got a little bit weird too, because at the end, Scent confessed love for us. But it was throwaway, right? It was a line, and then the chapter ended. So, but I was thinking like, is it called Stockholm Syndrome? Where people like fall in love with their kidnapper, except the other way around. So like he's got the opposite of Stockholm Syndrome. But yeah, that doesn't really work, because the opposite of Stockholm Syndrome is just like being an obsessed stalker person who then kidnaps somebody. But you know, I think you might know what I'm getting at. So we must see what happens next in chapter 12, A Cut Above. We'll get our little recap, hopefully, and go from there. Previously on Exit Corners. Yes, please. Following my gross vomit blood everywhere shtick, Ether and I had a bit of a heart-to-heart. I told her about my problems, she told me about hers. It was nice, actually. What was her problems again? Her dad, I think? Apparently her dad is a huge jerk, but he isn't even trying to help her escape. This is the first I really hear of him. Probably for good reason. What a jerk, but... When we went back to rejoin the others, I forgot that my clothes were all bloodied. Beth noticed right away and asked what had happened. There's no hiding it anymore, which I'm really glad about, can I just say, because I did not enjoy having that secret. I told them I had coughed it up, which was the truth. Thankfully, the others aren't as paranoid about it as I thought they'd be. I guess I'm the paranoid one. Oh, remember in the stand-ins thing where there's like a paranoia title? I should look at that after this chapter. Liza later asked me if I felt any different since I woke up. I gave her the best answer I could, but I don't think she heard what she wanted to. She's weird sometimes. From that I got that maybe the problems that she is having with either understanding, or I'm not sure what exactly her problems are, but maybe they aren't normal for her and they have just started since she woke up. You know who's even weirder though? Scent. Guy asked me to speak to him in private. I cautiously agreed since, you know, he could kill us all if he wanted to. I expected him to try and get me to turn on the others, or maybe to threaten me in some way. What I did not expect was for him to profess his love to me. Also bear in mind, we've been calling him this entire time. There's no reason that it also couldn't be a woman. So we can bear that in mind, because we don't actually know what they sound like. So naturally, that's what he did. Very bizarre. Okay, we are continuing exactly where we left off. That's good. You love me? Is this some kind of joke? Absolutely not. I have come to the conclusion that I am in love with you, Ink Greer. You are a wonderful human being, a cut above the other contestants, that's for certain. A cut above, that's the name of the chapter. If there was an appropriate emotion for this situation, Ink didn't know what it was. Probably like stupefied, is that the word? Just like absolutely just shook. Blankly shook is how I would feel. Go away. You sadden me, Mr. Greer. Do you not love me in return? No. Not even a little. Oh, I know better than that. You're simply playing hard to get. Oh, please don't be creepy. Is this actually why you wanted to speak to me in private? Seriously? Yes, I wanted to develop a certain intimacy with you. What? Do you expect me to just up and say, I love you too? One can hope. I understand that you might have some reservations about this whole thing, but trust me when I say we're a good match for each other. I'm not a man, if that's what you were worried about. Trust me, that's the last thing I'm worried about. Okay. That's an interesting little tidbit though. That's my thoughts too. I'll have to keep that in mind. What if it's neither man nor woman? What if it's an AI? Listen to me, Scent. I'm tired of you and I don't have time for this. With a sigh, Ink began to back away from the screen. Oh, it's mad. I'm watching you. Oh my god. Ink Greer, move one more step and I'll kill you where you stand. Must be love. Ink stopped, more out of curiosity than fright. This was Scent after all, and he didn't often lash out like this. Is that so? I'll have you know that I am in complete control of all the electronics and mechanisms in the 4 elements. I could end you with a thought. This is like a computer system, I'm sure of it. It's an AI. And that's why they're so casual about being like, oh, so I like all these things about you, that must mean I love you. Because it doesn't actually know what love is, right? Maybe? An unfamiliar sound startled Ink from behind. He turned around to face it and found nothing. And you know how maybe we're in a computer simulation because remember the void thing? And Scent controls the computer simulation because it can control all the electronics with a thought. What was that sound? It was like a fizzling. Circuits being fried? What was that? Wind? Quite the opposite. Look closely. As Ink took a step forward, his foot fell on something soft. He knelt down to examine it. Sand? A gold star for you, Mr. Greer. There are several metric tons of sand in the chamber above this one. I could have crushed the lot of you with it if I so desired. It would have been as simple as turning a valve and locking the doors. Is that what was going to happen if we'd found the trigger for the puzzle? But we'd still have the chance to solve the puzzle and escape, right? You wouldn't just kill us outright. Otherwise you'd have done so already. You're very handsome, Ink. You quickened my heart and shortened my breath. Don't avoid the question. Don't ask questions you know I won't answer. Then I might as well not ask you anything at all. You aren't gonna tell me shit. Nonsense. Please, ask me a question. If it is within my bounds to answer, I will comply. I will do my best to provide the one I love with the answers he seeks. Ask him who he is. There's one question. You get one question. Go on, ask me something. What kind of question could we ask that he might actually be able to answer that would help? Because like something as broad as what is going on isn't going to help. And he'll probably just say, you're playing exit corners. Asking him who he is, probably not. Where we are, probably not. In this situation, I can't think of a question that I would ask. Maybe why? Why is this happening? Not sure. Oh, fuck. Okay. We have to choose. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, this one. Why didn't you set off the sand trap? Is also quite a good question. Are you really in love with me? Could be insightful, or it could just say yes, or I think, or or no, we could refuse to play his game. But you know, I'm using this opportunity to ask the question. I think we would be stupid not to. I'm gonna ask, why are you doing this to me? Because this was my first, it was my only response, really. Although this would be insightful too. Why? Like, because he could have set off the sun. Is it because we were cheating? But if we were cheating, he could have just started pouring the sand in, you know? Why are you doing this to me? What do you want with me? Oh, you poor thing. Tell me, what the hell have I done to you to deserve this? That was like 3 questions. I've already told you that I can't answer that. Oh, or have you forgotten? I don't remember that. I know, but come on, give me a fucking break. I'll still have to play through exit corners, won't I? What's the harm in telling me why you picked me of all people? Do it, Ink. Telling you would only make things worse for all parties, but I digress. Oh. What do you mean by that? I'm very sorry, Ink, but I will not entertain this line of questioning. If you make it to the end of exit corners, you just might be rewarded with the answers that you seek. If I were you, I would focus on the game. It might put all parties involved in danger. I feel like that's not even talking about just us in here. Like, let's not forget the people on the outside as well. I guess I shouldn't have expected anything else from him. We should have just said no, shouldn't we? To his stupid question games. Fine then. If you're not going to answer my questions, I've got no reason to talk to you. I would suggest asking different questions, but alas, you seem to have made up your mind. Can I redo? Can I have another go, please? Because I didn't realise that you'd already told us that you couldn't answer that question. I forgot, okay? I have a goldfish brain. You've got that right. I'm leaving. Fuck. I wonder what other information we could have got out of him. Either asking him, do you really love me? Or why didn't he set off? Those are probably 2 friggin' questions that he could have answered as well. God damn it, why am I like this? Of course, I'll be seeing you shortly, I'm sure. Oh no. Love you. Ugh. The screen dimmed and the lounge was silent once again. He didn't tell us not to tell the others, right? As much as Ink appreciated having a moment to himself, he knew he ought to rejoin the others. Yeah, we don't have time. We are on a time schedule here. We need to hurry it up. Oh, Ether, were you waiting for me? Yeah, I get worried when we're not all together. That's smart. Well, I'm back in one piece. Where's everyone else? If they're doing the puzzle, I'd like to help them out with that. The puzzle's just around the corner over there. I started it with the others, but I couldn't really concentrate. I see. Guess I'll get started. I've got to make up for all that time I've wasted. Wait, don't go yet. Huh? What is it? Like, are you not going to tell her? What did Scent want with you? Oh, I guess there's no harm in telling Ether. He says he's in love with me. What? You're kidding, right? Honestly, I couldn't make it up if I tried. You don't believe him, do you? He must be trying to trick you, or something. Am I that unlovable, Ether? For all I know, he, or she, or whatever, could have been stalking me for months. Maybe he does love me. If he loves you, then why did he kidnap you and force you to play exit corners? It doesn't make any sense, Ink. I did, yes. You don't put the ones you love in deathly danger. Hey, I'm just playing devil's advocate. It's not like it matters either way. He certainly isn't giving me a break. Anyway, don't bring this up with the others unless they ask first. It makes me uncomfortable just thinking about it. You know, Scent can hear you, right? Oh, I'm counting on it. Ink motioned for Ether to lead the way. He followed her as she approached the end of the hall and spun around the corner. I mean, the first thing they're gonna do is ask, right? Ink stopped halfway. Something had caught his eye. This sword? catching my eye. Huh, what a cool design. Doesn't look very sharp. Ink? What is it? Oh, sorry. I was just having a look at that sword up there. Is there something unusual about it? No, not really. I was just admiring it. Do we know it? Is it from our past? So you're a sword nut? Excuse me? Hey, I never said that. I mean, I do think they're pretty cool. I think swords are cool. That doesn't make me a sword nut. Oh, don't be so shy. You've got one hanging in your room, I bet. What? How do you know? Oh, we actually do. Educated guess. I'm pretty good at this kind of thing. Man, am I really that easy to read? Come on, don't look at me like that. It's not anything to be ashamed of. I was just worried you'd think it was a little, immature. No, swords are cool as fuck. Not at all. I mean, I'm more of a Morningstar kind of girl, but I'd be lying if I didn't think swords were cool too. Morningstar, what's that? You think so? You don't think they're dangerous to have around or anything? What's a Morningstar? Why in my head is it like a mace with spikes on? Is that what a mace is? Like a stick with a ball on the end with spikes on? Well, they were sort of designed to be dangerous, but if you put them up carefully and make sure you keep them away from children, they do make for a pretty neat decoration. Right, and if the zombie apocalypse starts, then, you know, bingo, you're all good. You'll be so grateful for that sword. The one I have in my room is just a replica with dulled edges, so it's not especially dangerous. They wouldn't let me bring a real weapon to residence, obviously. What about this sword? Do you think it's real? It doesn't... Like, it looks like a tube. It looks like a pipe. Like a pencil. But that's making me think it is. I mean, plus, who decides what a real sword is? Nah. Yeah. No. It's like... I wish I could rotate it, you know? Get a better look at it. Maybe we could touch it, prod it, pick it up, see how heavy it is. Although that might trigger a trap. And let's say nah. Nah, there's no way. That thing looks about as real as the rest of this hotel. Let's have a look, why don't we? Ink stood on his toes and reached for the blade. Oh god, don't touch it. Despite nearly having to jump for it, Ink managed to pull the sword down without injuring himself. Oh, we just like absolutely grabbed hold of it? Okay. What are you doing? Well, there's only one way to know for sure. And hey, it looks like I was right. So it's fake is what you're saying? Pretty much. The weight's all wonky. Here, look at this. Ink ran his finger across the length of the blade's edge and then lifted it to show Ether. He was unscathed. See? This thing's harmless. Let's swing it around. What are you doing? You had best put that thing back this instant. I was just looking at it. Yeesh. That's a weapon, Ink. You can't just be flailing it around willy-nilly. That's how accidents happen. I'm hardly flailing it around. I don't want to hear it. You give that to me right now. I will hold on to the sword. Beth tore the sword from Ink's grip. He didn't resist, but he couldn't help feeling a little embarrassed. I mean, that feels more willy-nilly than anything else that I've done. This is going back on the mantelpiece. Under no circumstances is anyone to remove it again. Understand? Beth, why are you so touchy about this? Like, can we not just say it's fake? Okay. Unfortunately for Beth, the mantelpiece was just high enough to escape her reach, but she did her best to put the sword back where it belonged, but simply couldn't stretch the last few inches. Do you need a boost, Beth? I don't suppose someone could lend me a hand. Oh, we can totally tease her about it. What seems to be the problem, Beth? No, let's not be a dick. Yeah, sure. She's going through a lot. She's probably worried about triggering traps like I was. Could be some sort of Resident Evil thing where we have to switcheroo it later. The sword was returned to its spot on the mantelpiece. Ink couldn't explain it, but this made him sad somehow. Huh. I would feel better carrying a sword around, even if it is fake. So what did Seth want? I nearly called him Seth. What did Seth want? He tried to sweet talk me, that's all. I told him I was having none of it. He tried to get you to side with him? In a manner of speaking. I can't help but feel Seth's short-term goal is to divide us. Possibly. Thanks for filling me in, Ink. Now would you please help us with this puzzle? I feel like you're always being delayed when we move between rooms. Well, I'm sorry, I'm still the one that frickin' solves them all, Beth. That I can. Let's check it out. Ink moved further into the room. At the far end, around the corner, was a monitor. In front of it stood Liza and Ray. Cause it's junk. How many more times do I have to say it? If this were Hold'em, I'd ship those first two without a second thought. What? You don't play very much, do you? Hands like that are as common as dirt. You'd have a flush in the making. I'd wait until the turn, at least. Is this poker or something? Well, yeah, maybe if I had Daddy bankrolling me, but it just ain't smart otherwise. Are they bonding? Oh, don't be such a baby. Honestly, Ray, I thought you'd be more aggressive player than this. Call it what you want. If we ever played, I'd wreck you. Hey, I don't want to get in the way of any bonding. We're not bonding. I think they were totally bonding. Even I said it before the game said it. So this one's got a poker theme? Yeah, I hope you've played 5-card draw before. I know of it. Let me have a look. Please explain the rules to me. Don't lose to a royal flush. Okay, so we've got the suits. This is our hand. Ray and Liza are together on this one on the hints. We should definitely talk to them. Our hand. What the fuck is this? I was like, K, king, right? Ace, J. Is ace high or low? Probably low. High? I don't know. A royal flush. I don't even remember what that is either. Is that like numbers in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's ask. Don't lose to a royal flush, huh? Yeah, that's what it says. Is it even possible to beat a royal flush? No. Didn't think so. Any ideas what the trick is for this one? Nah, not yet. Why don't you poke around with it for a bit? Give me a few minutes and I might have an idea what to do. Did you not have a few minutes before I even came here? What about Liza? What about her? It seemed like she knew poker pretty well. What if you bounced some ideas off her? Meh, won't need to. Oh, hello, Ray. I'm standing right here, you idiot. Listen, if I need your help, I'll let you know, alright? Now stop distracting me, I'm trying to think. Good hint, guys. Thank you for that. Have you had any more thoughts, Ray? So, you're a bit of a poker expert, huh? I play online for fun. I'm hardly an expert, but I know what I'm doing. You're probably a lot better than me in any case. My poker face is terrible. True that. Meh. That's not actually as important as you'd think. Anyway, can you lend your expertise to help us solve this puzzle? Remind me what the tiles are, why don't you? You want me to read them off to you? Can't you just... I'm trying to think here. Just read them off to me, okay? It's the reading thing again. Like, she's just completely forgotten how to read since she woke since she woke up here, I think. Fine. So our starting hand was the 3, 6, 7, 8 and Queen of Clubs. Okay, what else? So there's the 3, 4, 6, 9 and King of Hearts. Then we've got the 3, 5, 6, 7 and Ace of Spades. Finally, we've got the 2, 3, 4, 9 and Jack of Diamonds. What a mess of a setup. Think you can help us figure it out? Absolutely. Let me mull it over for a little while. Sure. I don't want it to just tell me the answer. I would just like some clues about what the fuck this means. Don't lose to a royal flush. I don't know what it means. I guess this is 3 other people playing with us. And we've got to make our hand the winning hand. So that means we need a royal flush. But what's a royal flush? Before I talk to them again, I might talk to these two because I feel like they're going to give us the biggest clue. I just need some context clues. Hey, Ether. Hey, do you have any ideas how to solve this one? It says don't lose to a royal flush, so I'm assuming we need to win the round somehow. This is supposed to be poker, right? I think so. 5-card draw from the looks of it. Oh. Is something the matter? I don't know how to play poker. Please don't be angry. Why would I be angry? I don't know how to play poker either. I'm not sure I'll be able to help if I don't know how to play. Hey, don't worry about it. You've been plenty helpful so far. If you say so. If you want, I can even briefly explain how to play. Yeah, thank you. Really? I'd like that. If I've got a minute, I'll swing back around and show you. Alright, that's what we're doing. This is the context that I need. I hope. So, you ready to learn about poker? Yep. I know that you need to have a stronger hand than your opponent, but other than that, I'm a little lost. Well, the variant shown in the puzzle here is called 5-card draw. What's the closest approximation? No, that's the closest approximation I can make at least. You heard of that before? Nope. The name is familiar, but I have no idea how to play. Well, in 5-card draw, you've got a hand of 5 cards. You can send any number of those cards back. And, oh, sorry about that. Draw that many new cards, so you're always going to have 5 cards. Okay. Though, it's in Sense version of that game, it looks like you can just make whatever hand you want from the available pool of cards. So, in the puzzle, the opponent theoretically has a royal flush. Oh, okay. So this isn't our opponent. What the fuck is a royal flush? That's right. It's the strongest possible hand. And what makes one hand stronger than the other? This is where it gets a little complicated. I'll limit the potential hands to what's possible given the cards in this puzzle. Oh, that is very good of you, Ink. A 1-pair hand is a hand that contains a single pair of cards. For example, 2 4s or 2 queens would constitute 1 pair. Stronger than a 1-pair hand is a straight where you've got 5 sequential cards. Say you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a straight. The suit doesn't matter. Oh, so that's not what a flush is. Okay, that's a straight. Stronger than a straight is a flush where you've got a hand of 5 cards that are all the same suit. Yeah, okay. That's a flush. What's a royal flush then? Stronger still is a straight flush, okay, where you've got a straight in which all the cards in the straight are the same suit. Wait, is that not what a flush was? All the cards in the straight are the same suit. Well then what was a flush? And like I said, the strongest possible hand is a royal flush, where you've got the ace, queen, king, jack, and 10 of the same suit. The weakest possible hand is called a junk hand, where you've got none of the aforementioned combinations. Something that's important to note is that you've got the same... that if you've got the same hand as your opponent, the winner is determined by who has the highest card. How can one person have a higher card? Got all that? That doesn't seem so bad. If you've both got a royal flush, which is like... what was it? King, queen... something, something, something. You've got the same cards, right? That doesn't seem so bad. Can you please repeat the entire thing for me? And could you remember the hand strengths again? Right. 5 card draw. 5 cards. Yeah. We just rotate them in. The opponent theoretically has a royal flush, which is the strongest, so we need to equal and one up the royal flush, because that's the only way we don't lose. Right. A pair, yeah, we know a pair. A straight, 5 sequential cards. Suit, doesn't matter, yep. Stronger than a straight is a flush. Oh, a hand of 5 cards that are all the same suit. Oh, 5 of a kind. Yeah, 5 of a kind, right? Okay, that's where I've got muddled up. Okay. Wait, how can you have 5 all the same suit? Oh, any number, not like... Right. So I've recently been playing a dice game where there was like things like this. And now I'm like, oh my god, this is the thing where you get the highest score, where you get 5 dice of the same number. That's not at all what this is saying. This is saying the same suit, but I guess it doesn't matter. So like, we currently have a flush because we've got all clubs, maybe. So a straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say. A flush is all the same suit. A straight flush is the same suit and increasing numbers. The royal flush is ace, queen, king, jack, and 10. Ace, queen, king, jack, and 10. That feels like such a strange order to say them in. Would it be like 10, jack, queen, king, ace? That's how I'm going to remember it. The weakest possible hand, yeah. Opponent is determined by who has the highest card, but when you've got a 5 card deck, how the fuck does that work? I think I get it now. Wait, in the royal flush, did they all have to be the same suit as well? So we've got... Wait, there's no 10. There's no 10! Wait, that's the... What? How did we not lose when we had a 9 and they have a 10? Don't understand. There we go. Wait, what? How does that work? Good question. I just sort of picked the highest ranked cards and put them in my hand. Not sure why it worked, but hey, I'm not complaining. Whatever. I'm on to the next one. I feel like that was weird. Why don't we understand how that worked? Or why does it not seem logical? Ray was the first to enter the next room. Beth right behind him. So you just guessed that one? More or less. Shame. That one almost seemed like it'd be fun. I don't know if I'd go that far. I hate to interrupt, but you might want to hurry a little. Did something happen? It's Beth. She's freaking out. The next room is like plants and shit. She doesn't like that apparently. Plants and shit? Just go talk to Beth, will ya? You're better at dealing with that sort of thing. Okay, I'm going. And so he went. Does she have allergies? Or maybe her son liked gardening? Ink stepped into a world of green. We took the green door as well, didn't we? Whoa. How do you grow something like this indoors? That's a cool tree. Ink took baby steps into the garden, his shoes squeaking against the mossy stones. The room was otherwise silent. No birds, no bugs, no wind. Impossible! Ink, are you seeing this? Yeah. What's wrong, Beth? How? Oh, I just don't understand. What is it, Beth? Tell me. This garden, it's mine. Oh, it's her garden? What the fuck? My garden is just like this. Exactly like this. Beth patted herself down, knelt under the tree, and went silent. Ooh. See, I feel like that kind of even helps my theory that we're in some sort of computer simulation, right? Because they replicate. It should be impossible to grow a garden like that, either indoors or underground or wherever we might be. And yet it's there, and not only is it there, it's a replica of her garden. I think we're in a computer simulation. Let me check these. Oh, that's not it. Standings. Oh yeah, it hasn't changed. It just says paranoia. And there's kind of a black line here that I can barely see. Lies is still quite low, but we seem to have plenty of trust with everyone. I'm happy enough with that. I also want to know what the next chapter is called. The Garden! Okay, I guess we don't have that much theorizing to do about that title. So, I wonder if each door is going to have something related to each of us. Like, so green, we've gone through the red. Like, I wonder if this is the last room in the green section, and then we'll go back out to go through the red door, through the different coloured doors. I wonder if each, like, maybe there's one for Ray, one for Ether, one for Liza. None for me, because I'm special, obviously. I don't know. I'm interested, though. We have to carry on straight away to figure what is going on. So, thank you so much for watching. I will be back on my regular schedule with more of these videos. I hope that you are enjoying, and I'll see you next time for chapter 13. Goodbye.